Had a little listen to his podcast, huh?
Dude, it's educational. And besides, I've been wanting to listen to this one.
Welcome to Idling in the Impala, a podcast by and for lovers of supernatural and the fan fiction it inspires. Before we begin, just want to remind you to follow us wherever you listen so you don't miss any episode or bonus content. If you love what we do and want an easy way to show your support, please consider leaving us a positive, that's all the stars, ratings on your favorite listening platform. It helps SPN and fanfic lovers find us and share in the fun. I'm Sandra.
I'm Kasey, and you know what? Leaving a positive rating, all of the stars, gets you. It might just get you on our listener shout-out list. Okay,
Yay.
No, just leaving a review doesn't get you. You have to actually communicate.
Yeah, because we don't know, but you could tell us that you did that. Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That was such a great segue, and then I ruined it.
That's okay. It all works. It all works.
We've had a week off, guys. We've had a week off.
Yeah. At the time of recording, it is July 6th. I believe. So I've been away. I've just come back yesterday and my brain is kind of muddy, but I figured that's when it's the best time to record because you never know what's going to happen. So yeah,
that's exactly it. We're all about the improv, but it is once again time for another listener shout out. 3 months this time because I thought we were doing these every 2 months and Sandra was like, we're doing them every quarter. And I was like, fucking all right, then. Okay, fine. So it's July, which means all of the stats are in for June. So without any further ado, let's just hop into it and then we'll have a little bit of chat at the end. So for April, we had 3 new members in Discord. So that is Darkness Haze, The Fox Says Jane, and I don't know how to pronounce that.
So I would think it's Javier Aragon, but that's me. Well, how would you say it?
Yeah, now you've said that, Javier Aragon makes more sense, but my brain went Javier Aragon.
I mean,
it could
be. It could be. Yeah, but I'm just thinking, Javier Aragon, I think. But yeah, I believe that, if you're listening, let us know. Probably
we should probably have reached out before this point, but like all good ideas, they come at the 11th hour.
They come as we're recording. That's what we've noticed, either right before or as we're recording.
Or as it's happening.
Yes.
But thank you to our April new Discord members. We hope you're having fun in the server. And if you're lurking and you're quiet, pop up and say hi. Everyone's really nice.
Or if you're not, we understand. You know what? It's so funny that people are actually realizing that they can DM in as a group situation. Like that was a thing I just learned to do not too long ago. And people are like, oh, I didn't know you could do this. It's like, yes, you can DM. You can you DM as a group in Discord. It's an amazing thing. Give it a try. Give it a try.
Reinventing the group chat. You can, in fact, DM as a group on Discord. But yes, we hope you're having a nice time in the server. We also got a Spotify Q&A response, and this is on Pine Sweat Chapter 6. Now, if you're not following Sandra's narration of Pine Sweat, what are you doing with your life? Get on board this train immediately. It's the fucking tits. This commenter is honestly, a pretty prolific commenter on Spotify who just revealed their secret identity to us on Discord, but we will save that for the end. So it's Callie Faye. Again, they leave lots of comments on Discord and we love them so much.
Yes, thank you for doing that.
And their message was, Chapter 6 of Pine Sweat, thank you for providing the motivation needed for an hour's walk today. Lovely.
I love that I could be along for somebody's walk.
I love that as well. I want to be the kind of person that walks audiobooks, but I'm not. So, gold star, Callie Faye. I'm super glad that Sandra is keeping you company on your walks. I hope it was a nice walk as well. I hope you saw some nice nature and stuff.
Yeah. While you were dealing with Sam and Dean on a nature walk with their younger selves. So yes, there we go.
That is the best way to describe Pine Sweat I've ever heard. Sam and Dean go on a nature walk with their younger selves. That's great. I love it. Alrighty, moving on to May. New Discord members for May. We have Sukio7. I'm about 98% sure that's how you pronounce that.
I think so, yes.
All right, hang on. There's too many K's and I's in this one. I have to get old people close to the screen.
Oh, did you do that too? I did that too.
Yeah. I don't know whether squinting into the screen or making it bigger is
working. Yeah.
The bigger deference to my age. But as long as I can squint, I'm going to squint. When I have to start making the font bigger, that's going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. Okay, Kiki Ligo. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Because
all
I would
right.
say Kekilago. So yeah.
Kilo.
See, again, let us know proper pronunciation if you want, because the attempt is what we're going for. But let us know if there's an actual way that we should be pronouncing it. This next one, I have a little say about this one after you're done with it.
Okay. Then we have You're a Sweet Tea 19.
Yeah, the only thing I will say is my husband loves sweet tea. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, sweet tea."
That Ted joining the service secretly?
No, I wish. No, actually, I don't wish because I
You don't wish. I said to you so many times, invite Ted to Discord so he has people to nerd out about Supernatural with, and you were like, absolutely.
No, I just don't think he would. I just don't think he would really like participate. You know what I mean? So I could probably just say join, but I don't think he would participate in it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not to make it a battle of the husbands, but my husband is in our Discord server. He has never said a thing ever once. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. He joined the voice channel one time to play a word game with me and Dreamer. And the last member that joined us in May was Icarus. And I know you've changed your Discord name quite a few times since then, but Icarus was what you joined with. So that's what we're going to go with. Sorry, I figure you'll know who you are. And nobody left us any Spotify Q&As in May, but that's okay. But we did get a tweet. Okay. And this tweet came in from an unknown username, and I was like, "Ooh!" And then AJ was like, "Hi, it's me." So AJ quote tweeted us on a Cannon Fodder episode. What Cannon Fodder episode did we do, Sandra? Recent one
in May.
Yeah,
my God. It could have been one of Quick.
We know
stuff.
We know what we're doing.
No, well, let me look now.
No, hang on. Hang on. We have a list. Let me write that, guys. We're so goddamn prepared. We had a list. What do we do in May? I wrote a thing. That was what we did. Cannon Fodder, I wrote a thing.
Okay. I was thinking it was obviously all of a sudden I was going to my ramble on, so I completely blanked out.
No,
I completely forgot.
No.
Okay.
No, that was Cannon Fodder when we pulled from Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
And we pulled from I wrote a thing. So AJ quote tweeted us and said, "My favorite fan-based supernatural podcast. I listen to it religiously. Sandra and Kasey are so much fun to listen to. There's an episode for everyone. Cannot recommend them enough." Thank you so much, AJ.
We appreciate
it. That
is
the sweetest. So thank you to our members that joined us in May, our Discord members. I hope you're having a nice time in the server. Again, if you haven't said hi, feel free to pop up and say hi. We're really nice. But if you prefer to lurk, we appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
And June was a pretty big month. We had some shit going on in June, didn't we? Ooh, yeah. All right. But we also had 3 new Discord members in June. So we had Ray Willis 666, Hello Starling, who me and Sandra both know from various other Discords. So hi. And how would you pronounce this one? Luo?
I would think Luo. Yeah.
Luo. Yeah. Hello, people. Welcome to the Discord server. Okay, are you ready now, Sandra? I'm going to start batting things back to you to read.
Yeah, I'll I'm opening my eyes wide. Yes, I think I've got it. I've got it.
Have you tried leaning in real close and then pulling back to see when the screen comes into focus?
No, I think I'm just going to zoom. I'm going to zoom my screen in actually a little bit. That's
yes.
I'm going to do that.
That's it.
That'll help.
That's it.
That'll help.
Okay, so we got plenty of Spotify Q&A responses in June. So first one is again from Callie Faye. Hi. And this is on Chris, aka Quick Reaver episode. And they left a comment that said, "Quick Reaver is amazing. Loved hearing from this fandom legend." Less than 3 heart emoji. Great interview as always. We also loved hearing from and talking with the fandom legend that is Quick Reaver. And we had a great time in that interview. Chris, go back.
What's great. Yeah, I think what's great about doing this too is that I know from my end, like not having been in that like section of the fandom and then deep diving in and seeing all of the stuff that Chris has done over the years. And then it's kind of like a fun little adventure. You get to find out more about their work and what she does and her artwork. It's all really great. So that was so much fun. I'm glad those interviews are really enjoyable because we're going to keep doing them as much as we can within reason, because they do take, for some reason, they take a bit more out of us. I think because, we feel like we have to people. Yeah. And we have to try to be a little bit more professional. I think we do that. Or at least we try to be.
Yeah, it's like having guests in your house.
Yeah.
Like you're free to be not gross, but you
It's like toss all the stuff into the closet, shut the door. Yeah.
Yeah. But we own things. We've hidden them inside other things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, go, Sandra.
The next one is also from Cali Faye, and it was on the Liverpool convention that Kasey went to, where they got to meet Jared. And if you've not listened to that, listen. It's an amazing ride. Cali Faye says, "This was amazing. I smiled through the entire podcast because Kasey's enthusiasm and storytelling is so endearing. Absolutely love it for them. And we love it for them also. They had an amazing experience. We're so happy that was an amazing experience. Absolutely.
So good. So good. I may or may not be secretly saving up for the next time. Which is not going to be this year, I don't think, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, the next one is also from Cali Faye. Yeah, we love Cali Faye.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
And this is for the Ramble On episode of Quick Reaver's fic, Chris's fic, Rabbit Scream. Now, I will say before we get into this, if you haven't read Rabbit Scream, you should.
Mm-hmm.
There is a prequel to Rabbit Scream that is on LiveJournal, but there is a link to that in the AO3 doc. Fair warning, heed the tags, heed the author's notes. It's going to take a lot out of you emotionally, is what I'll say. It's going to take a lot out of you emotionally. Cali Faye left this comment on that said, "I hadn't read this one, and wow, wonderfully horrifying. The writing is so poetic in outlining Sam's struggles. Sandra did an amazing job narrating."
When I found this one hit me too. It's simple in the way that it does it. So yeah, it did feel very poetic, or just very succinct in certain ways, and like just driving home an emotion or a feeling or an image. It was very good. It was challenging to narrate, fun and challenging to narrate, but it was good.
But you did such an amazing.
This is one of the ones where I was like, Kasey, I know you don't listen to all these. Listen to this one, because I'm very proud of this one. Listen to this one. Yeah,
this is one where Sandra was like, "Hi, quick question. Listen to this, please." And I did. And it was, if the written work had left me going, fucking hell, Sandra's narration of it left me going double, fucking hell. You know?
It was fun. And it's challenging because good. I will say I had to do one recently. I am not good with accents. I am fully aware of this. I am not a narrator. I am not an actor.
You are a narrator. You're not an actor. But
I'm not an actor. I'm a narrator. And so for me, it's more about the emotion, because I had to do something with Crowley, and I know I did not do his accent, but I was like, let me try to get how he would say it. And I probably didn't hit it out of the park, but I felt like, okay, kind of subtle in a way of doing it. So I get that. But this is one where you wanted to try to bring it a little bit more, and doing Lucifer's voice in this was kind of like, so now if I couldn't get his voice, I wanted to get his cadence, his rhythm, his tone a little bit better, and just his way of saying something. And this was fun to do. Yeah. So the next one is not from Cali Faye. It's from Dean Wynn 1076. It's also on Rabbit Scream. Loved this one. You are by far one of my favorite narrators. Would love to hear you do an audiobook one day.
All right, who's going to tell him?
Fun fact, Dean Wynn 1076. So I narrate in general. I do narration on the side. It's sort of like a side hustle, something I've been working on over the past couple of years. If by any chance you are interested in a contemporary romance with a cowboy feel to it, Cowboy Cantor, which is written by me, I have also narrated. So if you look for it, if you do libraries where you rent out your books and stuff that way, you might be able to find it. But Dean Wynn 1076, if you're out there and you're listening, message me. I will send you a copy that you can download of Cowboy Cantor, and you can listen to me narrate. Also, update on that. That was 2 years ago. I started listening to it again. I was like, oh, I've come so far, but yet this is out there. So I remastered it a little bit, changed tempo a little bit, sped it up a little bit, cleaned it up a little bit. And so if you get the version now, it should be updated. But I think if anybody's already gotten it, I think it automatically updates on the different platforms that you purchase. So I feel it's a little bit better. It's not the best, but it's better. So you can get an idea of my growth, I guess. But yes, I do narration. And if you are savvy enough, you could try to probably find more things that I've narrated once you get that one. But yeah, I will. It's open. If anybody wants it, message me. I'll send you links to things that you can listen to that I've narrated. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much. It was so sweet to see that. I would love to hear you do an audiobook one day.
It was.
And I don't know why people don't use libraries more for audiobooks, books. Like
we can't in the UK.
Yeah,
I would.
I know.
But that's the thing, it's not an international thing, is it?
Yeah. But it's such a great resource that we have here. It's like, in the United States, being able to, granted, you might not be able to get the most recent thing, but you can go on waiting lists, and then when it's available, it's yours. So use those things more. It's such a great
resource. Absolutely love, because there are a lot of audio, not even audiobooks,
just
ebooks.
Books. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I just given up with paper books, and I know that that's shitty, and I know that I shouldn't, and I know that paper books are, like blah 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 blah. But the thing is, I just won't read it. I won't read it. I know who I am as a person. I have a house full of paper books. I don't read them. I read digital books, and that's fine. That's who I am. And if you want to call me not a real reader or whatever, that's fine, right?
I don't think that's true, because I used to be a paper reader all the time, but I'm definitely more of an e-reader now, because it's
so much easier to just be like, I don't know what that word means, and you just highlight it instead of having to put the whole last book down and pull up a different device. And
if we're going to start to be divisive about that too, my hands are like thrown up. Like I just give
up. Some people see, I'm not divisive about it, but some people are divisive about how paper books are the only like real ways to read, and like it's fun, right? But there are a lot of ebooks that I acquire because I know I'm only going to read them once, and I'm skint, y'all. We're all fucking skint, and I really want to support creators. And when I have money, but y'all, I'll support you. I will.
Yeah.
But if I could utilize my local library and just get the ebook, and then I could give it back. Like that would be super great for me, because then I could read it and be like, that's fucking great. Yeah. And I'm never going to read it again. And then I know that I supported the author, but that is just, the infrastructure just doesn't exist here in the UK.
Yeah.
And if it does, I don't know where to find it. Help me.
Yeah. If anybody knows, but I will say too that, like, in my mind, I'm like, as long as I can get my stuff out and people read it, I feel that that's great. And I would rather give people an option to read my stuff on their end for free. You know what I mean? And if you're not sure about me as a writer, try it out that way. And then if if and when I release another book, because I haven't done anything in a while.
But there is Sandra has a back catalogue. So if you pick up Cowboy Cancer,
there's other stuff to read that you like.
I love this writing, which you will, because it's the bomb. Yeah. Sandra has a back catalogue that you can go read.
And that's the whole point. It's like, give people a chance to sample your stuff and see if they like it, and then go from there situation. I just want to say that if you give my stuff a chance, totally appreciate it. I know it's not for everybody, but I always love it when I hear somebody try something that's outside of their usual, because they like you're writing in this area and they give something else, a different genre a try. So appreciate it.
Cowboy Cancer was not my vibe, but I tend to skew towards paranormal romance and like dark romance and things like that. So contemporary romance was not something that I would traditionally pick up, and I loved Cowboy Cancer. I fucking consumed it. All right, I read about maybe a quarter of it, and then I put it down for a few months, but that was not Sandra's fault. That was my life. And then I consumed the rest of it in a day.
Yeah. And I'm guessing by the name that they're a Dean Winchester fan. And I will say the hero in that is pretty much
Dean Winchester.
Dean Winchester. So you might like it. Yeah. So again, hit me up, Dean Win 1076, or anybody else if you'd like a copy of.
We can furnish you with Sandra's.
I've got so many codes. I can give you the codes.
Fictions.
And then just if you like it, leave a positive review, because that's what helps. I will say this for all indie authors. Positive review, getting the word out, helps us, because traditional publishing is not the easiest to break out into. And even if you've ever had an experience with small press publishing, you're still basically having to market yourself. And if you're not willing to put 24/7 into that, it's going to be very difficult. So it always helps with having a positive rating, a review, all of those things. Spreading the word is what gets people to continue doing what you love. And that's across the board, whether it's for original fiction or fan fiction. Show the people that are doing the stuff that you love back, and you will get returns on that. So there, that's my soapbox. I'm off of it now. We can move on to the next comment.
Alrighty. And the last Q&A response we got in June.
Oh,
yeah,
look.
I forgot.
Look who it is.
I forgot what month it was. It's Kelly Fagan. Hi, Kelly. Yay, woo. This one is on Joey's first episode. So that was putting the super in Super Hulock. And if you haven't gone and listened to it, we found a unicorn, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We found an actual real life fucking unicorn in Sandra's nephew who has not seen Supernatural and doesn't fucking know what happens, guys. He is completely blind.
Okay. When you say completely blind, I will say this one thing. He's been, and he explains it. No. He's been around it, but he also said in the episode, he kind of just has this, he kind of like, if he hears something, it goes in one ear and out the other, unless he's completely consumed into it. So he might have heard stuff about it, but I don't think he's got the recall for it. So I can't say completely blind, because if you listen to the episode, you will get more details about that, like his background.
90%
so listen,
blind.
Yeah.
90%
So listen to the episode if you haven't listened to it yet.
Yes, listen to the episode. But it's, oh boy, it's if you want to hear me, Sandra, and Ted sitting on our hands and biting our tongues, going, "Oh, that's an interesting thought," while we all try desperately not to spoil anything. That's a riot. So episode 1 was season 1, reacting to Joey's reactions to season 1. And season 2 is about to come out in
season 2 will have come out
by the time this comes out.
Before this comes out. So if you haven't caught up on that yet, you can catch up on season 1 and season 2. Hopefully we get him back on a regular schedule, but life, we're good with whatever's happens. But as you know, at time of recording, he's still very, very engaged. And, we're here for however long we have Joey's attention span for this show, because we know.
I think he'll stick with it. I think
so too. If he's done
too intrigued,
stuck with Doctor Who, I think he'll stick through this, for the long haul. So
100%. But the comment that Kelly Faye left on Joey's episode was, Joey was a great guest, less than 3 heart emoji. I agree with both of you that there is something magical about experiencing the show along with a first-time viewer. Reminds us why we love it. And me and Sandra have talked about that in both episodes. It is so amazing to see the show through those eyes for the first time, because we have all of the context and we have all of the information, and, we know the ending. So even when we go back and watch again, it's tainted is not the right word, but it's biased. We know how this all shakes out. So to go through it with someone who's going, oh my God, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And
what
if they team up with swamp monsters?
Predictions are really fun.
It's so good. Yeah. It is so good. I think there's something inherently beautiful about experiencing something with somebody who's experiencing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Now Joey is my age, so I'm not gonna do him the disservice of referring to it as through the eyes of a child. Mm-hmm. But it is similar. It is
Snoopy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is similar to that. And there really is something beautiful about something that you take for granted and has become very mundane to you, that is still magical and exciting and engaging for somebody new. And you're like, oh my God, I never thought of that. And I didn't even see that,
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I think we're going to try to keep having Ted on as well, but he's also very like, I don't know what to say. It's like, 'cause I feel like I'm going to spoil, anything I say, I'm worried I'm going to spoil it for him. So that is a lot of, we could neither confirm nor deny that. Yeah. Yeah.
And that does make up part of the fun. There's just really weighty silences while me and Sandra are frantically messaging each other on the side going, what do we tell him? Fuck, Okay, that only happened once.
I'm really curious though, because season 3, there's so much that's going on in season 3, even though it's a very short season. I still want him to get started on that.
And that brings us to the end of June. So again, welcome to all our new Discord people. Pop up and say hi. We hope you're having fun in the Discord. So
and if you're say hi listener, if you want to. If you're a new listener and there's so many ways that you can get in touch with us. So, we're gonna list those later. But make sure you just reach out and let us know. Which give us a listen, because we will message you back either via email or YouTube. So we try not to we try not to get too in the weeds when it comes to, comments and replies and stuff, like when we do these episodes, but we kind of wanted to find a way to
if we can contact you back,
Mm-hmm.
if we can reply to you, or if we can send you an email or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like we will,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't reply on Spotify.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we wanted to make sure that people who are leaving us those wonderful messages on Spotify are aware that we're seeing them and we love them and we love you. It's just we can't fucking reply.
Yeah. Don't stop. If that's what you like
stop.
doing and that's what you like doing it that way, that's fine. But if you want us to be able to reply back to you in some way, let us know in that message. I know it's very, I think you can only put so many characters in it anyway. But, let us know, if you're somewhere on Tumblr, or if you're somewhere on Twitter, or if you're somewhere on, just like if you want us to find a way to message you back,
or identify yourself in Discord.
Yeah.
If you are in the Discord, hop up and say, hi, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Like Callie Faye did. I will not out their Discord username in case they don't want us to out them.
Yeah, you should be in Discord if you want to know what all that information is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it's happened.
You should get in Discord. That's where the scoops happen.
Yeah.
That is where the scoops happen.
Yeah.
But that covers April, May, and June. So that covers this quarter of the year. And now onto some other bits and pieces that we have been doing as well. So it's July now, which means that Pride Month has come to a close once again. So all the corporations that go, yay, rainbow, can go back to exploiting members of the LGBTQ plus community in black colours now again. Because they don't stop exploiting us, they just paint up for a month. Well, let's not get into my feelings on corporations and Pride. But as we did last year, we ran a fundraiser and we fundraised for the Trevor Project, which is a USA-based LGBTQ plus charity. So we had merch. Everything is in the past tense now because unfortunately it's over.
Yeah.
But we had merch featuring designs from the incredible Jessica, aka SmogLockMe on Twitter and Tumblr. But my lord, y'all came out, didn't you? Thank you to everybody that bought some merch and shared it around on social media and just
made actual donations to the cause.
Donations, all those things, left us such sweet messages when you were buying stuff. Thank you. We're so touched.
Wanted to make it fun, something you'd want to own, and have as a little reminder of our podcast. So
and the designs were beautiful as well.
Jessica did a great job. Great job.
But the reason we say past tense is because they're gone now. We won't have them back again. We only had them for a limited period of time. So if you didn't get them, I'm sorry, friends. But we just want to say, because there's I love y'all, but there's too many of you to list, especially the people that were out on Tumblr, reblogging and liking and sharing pictures and you're the best, guys. Thank you so much. And the way that our fundraiser works this year and last year is 100% of any donations that you give goes to Trevor, and 50% of any profits that we make go to Trevor as well. And then we keep 50% of just the profits for us as well. And this year, y'all raised with profits and donations $80 for the Trevor Project, which is fucking awesome. And that is more than we raised last year.
Yeah.
So because you are all so awesome, we rounded it up and we donated a straight $100 to the Trevor Project in your name and in our name. So thank you very much to everybody that bought and everybody that donated. And even if you didn't buy or donate and you couldn't buy and donate, just sharing stuff around social media helps massively, as we always say. So thank you very much for that, guys.
Yeah. Another front in terms of as we're constantly working on this podcast and we have a lot more material to look back on. One of the things I took the initiative, told Kasey, this is what I'm doing. Kasey's like, okay.
I didn't get to say in this. Sandra was like, I'm doing this. And I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah. No, actually what happened is Sandra went, I'm doing this, update the website. And I went, yeah, all right. And then she came back to me a month later and was like, I've done this. Update the fucking website. So I did. It's on the website now.
So it's just mainly like an update on the Podfix part of our podcast. So I mean, if you've been listening, you know that we do I do ramble on Podfix where it's either a guest has come on and I narrate some of their work, or we get a cannon fodder listener rec and I approach the author and I ask, hey, can I narrate this? If I get their approval, I narrate the whole thing. So what I've been doing is been doing a little bit of reorganizing, updating, kind of a looking back. Also, anything that's like mature or explicit has been getting rearranged a little bit. So I've been pulling mature or explicit stuff from public view. They can still be accessed. Okay. You've got to do a little bit of digging. So if you're listening and you like listening to all of this stuff, in the description, we will put in a link to our AO3 series page, which is we call ourselves Podfix in the Impala, and it's an AO3 series. So anything I've done that's ramble on is in that series. So if you want to stay up to date on that, regardless, if you want to make sure you have access to all that stuff, check the link in the description. If you're not already on AO3, I mean, I guess I would understand if you're not, but considering the context and content of this podcast, I would assume you are. Don't worry, it's not locked or anything you can't, get to. If it's just you're a guest or whatever, you'd still be able to access the information that way. So I really just it was a matter of listening to some of my older stuff and realizing how much I've changed on my narrating journey. So a lot of them are cringeworthy. And this goes back to writing. If you, if you think of it as writing, if you've written stuff 10 years ago and you go back and look at it, you're like, wow, but then you get to see how you've progressed in your writing journey. And that's how I've been feeling about my narrating. So a lot of that stuff has just gotten a little bit of remastering if I could. And again, because I'm learning more about what I can do to clean up old stuff. I can't change my tone. I can't change this. I can't change this, but I can change certain things.
And you shouldn't.
But I can change certain things that make it a little bit more palatable for somebody. Because if I'm listening to it and going, oh, other people are listening to it and going, oh. And I think
I guarantee they are not, though.
But I think if you've been with me through the journey, I think you can see the progression. Even Dreamer has said that,
100%.
It literally was just a year's difference, seeing how, your skills improve. No matter what you do, if you keep doing something, you usually get better at it. And this is across the board with anything. So yeah, I've remastered some stuff that I could, because there's just no time to re-record everything. I'm sorry. But yeah, so there were a couple different reasons, in my head. And I talked to Kasey about it. They were like, okay, and so this is where we're at. So you can still find it. Go to our website, go to the Podfix page, click on the link, and you'll find all the rambles on, every future ramble on, everything will be there. So that's my little PSA, public service announcement. You can find
the storage of these things is changing, but the front face for you, it's always going to be available. On the AO3 series. And where you get sent from there might be different, but it's always going to be there. Like Sandra said, sometimes you grow, you do something and you grow and you improve your skills, and not just in terms of narration, but also like the oh my god, fucking words. Technical. That's what
production,
I wanted.
the production of stuff,
the production and stuff, and the technical skills as well, and learning the software and learning, hey, I can do this and hey, I can do that, and it's all goes way the fuck over my head, guys. I'm just a voice, so for real. Sandra does all that shit.
I will say there's a cute little just a little side note to that, because I think somebody had noticed I think it'll be the most recent update to Pine Sweat. I think it's chapter 8. There was a conversation between the two deans, young dean, old dean, and a little bit of my technical stuff made me make it feel more like a conversation with an overlap. Like somebody stopping somebody from talking and interrupting.
Yeah.
And so that stuff doesn't happen until oh, I can put another track in. I can move this track here. I can have this overlap a little bit this way, instead of just waiting a few seconds and then saying the interruption part. So there's little things like that make it, I think I'm trying to make it feel more real in terms of how a conversation would flow between people. And I don't do that all the time, but when there's a when feels like a real need for it and how it's being narrated and produced, I'm able to do that now. I didn't do that, way back when because I didn't know how to. So again, there's little things like that somebody listening has no idea, but this doesn't mean it's ever going to be behind a paywall because it's not. It's there. You just have to find it. Like it's there. Like that kind of stuff is always going to be there because there's so many reasons why it shouldn't be behind a paywall. There's so many reasons.
I think also though, like this kind of simplifies things for the end user, aka you, our listeners. Whereas instead of you going, oh, do I find it on Spotify? Do I find it on YouTube? Do I have to join the Discord? We can just go to the website, go to the AO3 series.
And then
it's
you can
there.
see the playlist. And if you want to listen to something in order, they're in order that way. On Spotify, when I release something, there's no way I can like connect those, so there's always like a month or so gap, if I'm doing a series of like with Pine Sweat's the best example of that. So it makes it easier, I think, to find it and go along for the narration ride in a certain story, if that's what you're into. And I can rearrange things in the series in a way I couldn't, like if something makes more sense to have follow each other, I can do that now. I could reorder or stuff like that. So it's, go check it out. Go check it out.
Go idlingintheimpala.com, podfix, hit the AO3 link, and it will take you to all the magical, wonderful things that Sandra has done.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me rant about that one.
You don't have to thank me. Don't be silly. Unless you were thanking the listeners and not me.
No, I was thanking you. I was thanking you for letting me go off on that. Because you could have been like, what? Or you could have been like, what? What?
No. Literally, that was, she was like, I'm doing this, update the website. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then it was like a month later and she's like, I have done this. Update the fucking website. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that now. And I did that day. She was like, hey, I don't mean to bug you, but like this week, and I was like, I will do that today, my friend.
Hey, you're doing all that stuff that I'm not doing. So the social media stuff, the webpage, all of that is stuff that I'm like, Kasey, they do it and they do it well.
I do. She said to me, she was like, the website is your baby. And I'm like, no, it's our baby, but it's a little bit my baby. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Because I'm like, because I'm like, I would want to put something in, but I don't want to like disturb, whatever you've got going on in there. So this is what I'm thinking. Can this happen?
It's fine. Yeah. And actually, that brings us around quite well. Like we said, the Priding merch it's done now. It's sold out. You can't get it anymore, but there is still merch on the website. So there are mugs and there are stickers. We are in the middle of a merch revamp at the moment, and it is hampered a little bit by the fact that our website host / merch provider doesn't seem to want to let me make more merch, guys. I'm trying, and it keeps going, no, it's going to infinitely load. And I'm like,
yeah, so give us some time on that. But there are some things.
Give us a minute. Yeah. But there are some stickers and there are some mugs up there. And yeah, just bear with us. We're kind of just looking at new designs and looking at, our merch provider keeps like putting new things that we can put our logo on. So we're looking at all that as well. But there is still, if you need an Idling in the Impala sticker, some of them are holographic, guys.
They're very cute. I've got
stickers.
I think I've got all the ones that were holographic. I got them both, and they're very cute.
They're the fucking cutest.
Yeah,
holographic stickers.
Grab them. They're very cute.
Grab them. Yes, we have new mugs because when we first offered mugs, there was only one type of mug, and now there is multiple types of mugs.
They're bigger mugs. You can fit more liquid in them. Even though I don't use them for anything, I just put them up and look at them and go, oh, look how cute they are.
Yeah. Look, it's cute. Yeah. No, absolutely. And to round off this episode, we just want to say a big, big, big thank you to everybody that has joined and supported us on Ko-fi. So when we last did one of these, which went out in April.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We're professionals, guys.
Yeah,
we
it was April. It was April.
Yeah, we said to you then that we were going to be setting up a membership subscription doodad thingy on Ko-fi, and like no pressure, but it's the Impala. She's a beautiful lady, but she takes a lot of gas, let's say. And if you could just help keep the lights on, so to speak, that would be fucking sweet. And my lord, y'all answered the call massively. And I got to play around with digital goats, which was fucking awesome. by the way. Do you know how happy pixel art makes me, guys? It makes so much sense. Like, I do not have like a visual art brain, even a little bit. And I'm choosing to blame that on my autism. Pixel art makes sense to me. That's a fucking system. This is why I like cross stitch and knit and stuff, because it's basically just glorified pixel art. And I'm like, it makes sense. I know it does. So I got to play around with digital goats, and then I got to name them, and everyone got like different colors, and some people's goats have pajamas, and it was the best.
They're very cute. They're very cute.
I'm very fucking proud
we have
of
a
my
petting
goats.
zoo in Discord now. So
We
if people want to show
do.
off their goats that they get, they could do that.
We
Yes.
do. So if you join, we have 2 subscription tiers at the moment. We have Road Snacks, which you can join from $1 a month, $1 a month. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, fucking all right. I'm sorry, guys. My cat just appeared from behind the curtain, and I didn't know he was there. And I just looked up, and his little face was just peeking out from behind the curtain. How long have you been there? Oh, now you leave. Oh, I didn't even leave. No, I didn't even leave. He just walked halfway to the door and then stopped. You scared the shit out of me. Don't do that. Yeah, so Road Snacks for $1 a month and Top Off the Tank for $5 a month.
We appreciate you knowing the time and effort that it takes. If you are able to, we thank you that you're able to support us. Very appreciative of it.
Massively. And also you can, those are just like the minimums. So if you want to give more, you can, but we are grateful for every single one of you that chooses to subscribe and chooses to support us. And that's great. And everyone gets a go. Everybody gets a go. If you subscribe, if you become a Ko-fi member, you get a go. If you join the Top Off the Tank tier, your goat comes with pajamas. Just, I don't know. I just feel like you gave a little bit more. You get PJ goats. That's, but we just want to shout out our Ko-fi supporters. Again, thank you all so much. Even Jinxie says so. Jinxie's come to say hi. So, Ko-fi supporters. On our Road Snacks tier, we have Fictional Lemons and Digital Meow Mix. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for Top Off the Tank, we have Runaway Dreamer, Darley, Edge of Clairvoyance, MJ, aka Incog Ninja, aka Thoughts Like She has too many names. Y'all know it's Incog Ninja, it's MJ. Y'all know who she is. And Darling Tonia, who goes by Raspberry. That's how we knew her. Thank you endlessly. We hope that you enjoy all of your goats, and we do have a petting zoo channel in the Discord. You get a JPEG of your goat, and it's named and everything. And you can save that JPEG and take it wherever you please. Bring your goats into Discord, take them onto Tumblr, do whatever you want. Me and Sandra have goats too. I don't think I've done anything with mine.
You
I can't
needed to
remember what it's called.
practice. You need to practice on it, so you made us goats. Made us goats.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. But yeah, just massive thank you, guys. Your support really, really does help. Just keep everything running, just thank you for the support. We're really fucking touched.
Yeah. And if you are a Ko-fi member and you do use Discord, we've got like a couple channels for our Discord members that get a little bit extra too. So again, check out the Ko-fi list. If you go to the Ko-fi site, it'll be in the description. You can look at what you get as part of being a member of either Road Snacks or Topping Off the Tank. So yeah.
I harped on a lot about goats, but you do get other stuff as well. Just I'm really fucking proud of the goats.
Oh yeah, no, the goats deserve their time in the spotlight. Yes, absolutely.
But you do get like special Discord roles, and you get the chance to like vote in behind the scenes things about what topics we cover and what episodes we're going to record next and stuff like that. But also a goat.
Yes, a goat.
A goat.
Because once Kasey started with that sacrificing whatever, we're like, you know what? This is going to be a thing. We're going to do this. Yeah.
I got yelled at too much.
Yeah.
I got yelled at too much for offering to sacrifice goats. So now I have to take care of a goat. Yes, we will take care of a digital goat in your name.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, that brings us all the way up to date. So just want to say again, a blanket thank you to everyone that leaves us comments on Spotify, leaves us comments on YouTube, emails us, leaves us comments and asks and stuff on Tumblr and Twitter, and says lovely things in the Discord when we release new episodes. Just a massive blanket big thank you. Jared kisses all around. Love y'all.
Yeah. So I'm going to help wrap us up by saying thank you for listening, and let us know what you thought of this particular episode. You can email us at idlingintheimpala@gmail.com. You can comment on Spotify in the Q&A section. Don't forget to do that. leave a YouTube comment, join our Discord, and chat with fellow idlers and us in real time. Check out our merch store, which is another fun way to show your support. You can find details for everything on our website. That's idlingintheimpala.com. Want to fuel our supernatural road trip? Consider joining us on Ko-fi for as little as $1 a month. We have perks to go along with different membership tiers and would love to have you along for the ride.
Don't forget, though, you can always support us for free by liking, commenting, subscribing on YouTube, and following, rating, and sharing on audio platforms. Engagement like that really helps us with the algorithms. All hail their benevolence. As always, we have the causes that we support in the description. So from me, you have LGBTQ plus talking charities. From Sandra, you have mental health charities. There is also US election info. Keep yourself informed and up to date as November closes in. Remember, it's a jump to the left, not a step to the right. As always, the main cause is that we are championing, highlighting, spotlighting any other adjective that means drawing attention to until such time as they no longer need assistance, which is looking like it might be the second of fucking never. But yes, we are supporting World Central Kitchen and Doctors Without Borders. Both of these charities are on the ground working in the Ukraine to help those still affected by Russia's unlawful invasion of the Ukraine, and in Gaza, which is in the crossfire of the war between Israel and Hamas. This is not political. It does not matter which side of these issues you stand on. We are coming from a purely humanitarian view here. There are people in the Ukraine and Gaza that are trapped, cut off from basic human rights like food, water, and shelter, and they're dying. They didn't ask for war, and we want to help the people risking their lives to help them. If you cannot or do not want to donate financially, that is absolutely fine. Just sharing the links around social media helps massively to keep these issues in the public eye and get people in need all the help that we can. So with that, we will say thank you for joining us in the back seat, and we will see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.